I'm H. May, doing a knife review on some of my dad's knives, so a bunch of booklets and stuff out, so I'm going to be doing that. Knives, these four right here. This one, personal favorite of mine, because it's so big and it's like black on this side and silver on this side. It's a switch, and this is a black G10 Kershaw knife. So that's a personal favorite. And then there's this one. My dad got this for me. This is another favorite. And it's got this wood grain right here. It's really cool because it's made of real wood, and it's a really cool knife to have around. So that's another favorite. These are all favorites, by the way, so I don't need to keep saying that. This is really sharp knife. My dad was really excited when he got this one. It's a bird, and made by Spyderco, and it's really short. You can't really see it on the camera here, but it's really short. It's got that cool dip there, and that's that one. And then there's this one. This one, personally, this isn't a favorite. It kind of creeps me out because it's all hooked and everything, but it's like a still cool knife to have around and everything, and there are some uses for it, so I'm going to be going over those and stuff. So one thing I like to mention about these two, they're both bird and Spyderco knives and everything. See if you look at them right here. And this one here, if you look along the line and around the knife and everything, right down here, those aren't my hands, by the way. Yeah. Right down here, right here, these are kind of crudely cut. They're made in China. And on this side too, here. On both sides, they're both kind of crudely cut. And on this one here, it's perfectly smooth on the sides and everything. So if you were out shopping looking for a knife, I would definitely suggest this little guy here, because it's really smooth, and it's a good knife. It's sharp, and my dad uses it all the time at where he works. And it's a good knife. It cuts through lots of things, and it's really sharp. So I would choose this one if you had a choice. Just a little suggestion there.
The big thing to look for is these scales are G10. Everything on the ones that are scaled in G10 are high quality. These are scaled in a fiberglass reinforced nylon. And that's where the little bit of cost savings and lightness and a little bit of cheapness comes into play. So if you're going to get a bird knife, no matter what blade it is you're getting, go for the G10 scales. That's where you're going to get your quality. It's usually about $5 to $10 more expensive, but it's so worth it.
It is very worth it, because that's like, yeah, I'm not going to go into that, but it's like, you want a quality knife, you got to pay a little extra. So that's those two knives right there. There are some facts on those, but I wanted to comment some facts on this knife here. Now this, I don't really know why this is my favorite. No particular reason. I just like how big it is. It's got a really big blade, and it really fits the handle well. So you can see it's got like, it's enough, but it's not too big. But it looks really cool.
Good your hunting needs for skinning and stuff.
Yeah, it's also good for like skinning, and for when you're hunting like deer and other things. It helps with skinning, and it's really big and good for that. So
we did an extra thing. What were you going to tell about that? We added the grip tape because it's a little bit slick.
My dad, he's always experimenting with his knives, and if you go on one of my other knife reviews, you can see he actually spray painted one of his knives completely, and it actually looks really good. He put a little grip tape on it, so when you hold it, it's grippy and it doesn't slide and fall out of your hand.
No lack of jumping up there. Needs more of that.
And my dad, he's commenting on this. It's me and my dad doing this video. Gonna go on YouTube and everything. And he says, lack of jimping here. Whatever that means. I'm not a big knife person.
Top side traction.
Top side traction for all you knife lovers who know that. Then for this, they gave, I swear, like 2 whole paragraphs to describe this, but they said that this knife is really cool because all you really need to do to open it is slide your finger up here, and it doesn't take a lot of strength or anything. You just slide the knife and it flips open. If you want to see my dad demonstrate that, he'll do that right now. So, Dad, will you demonstrate an easy way to open this knife without your flicking so that people can see it? See? See how quick that was? That was quick and easy. And so this is a really good knife here. Another, again, one of my favorites. Give it back. And so that's this knife.
Oh, that's the Kershaw 1 ton.
Kershaw 1 ton. Good name for it because it's really heavy,
very
set, built well.
affordable.
It's affordable. So this is a good knife to have.
This is a good time to talk about how these are all very different knives, but the one thing that keeps them
Wanted me to mention that all of these knives here, they're all affordable, between $20 and $30 for any of these knives. So
that adds a bit of commonality.
Yeah. So, sorry about the hand thingy, but so this, again, this is a very affordable, good knife. It's one of my favorites. I would carry this any day. Okay, we haven't really talked about this one much, and I don't have too much information on this.
That was made by SOG.
It was made by SOG, my dad says, and
Good knife.
it's a really, really good knife company. The clip here, clip it on your belt anytime you need to. I want to mention, again, this wood grain type thing. That's really cool how they took the time to put that into the handle. And it's not just one of those cheap plastic or metal wood parts in a knife. It's real wood grain and everything. It's real wood. You can feel it when you touch the knife and everything.
On top of 8CR13 MOV.
Talk a little louder.
On top of 8CR13 MOV steel, which is a good Chinese steel. It's the equivalent of Japanese AUS 8, which is considered a mid to high range knife quality steel.
So that is these are all good knives to have. Good knives. The wood grain on this, all of them have their own different things about them. This knife here, it's got a really classic look to it. And see, they all have their own look to them. This one's short, but it's really effective and sharp and useful and everything. This one here, this is really good for cutting like certain things like rope and wires and stuff like that, and the rope and wire and whatever you're cutting doesn't slip away because of the sharp tip. So it's like a grippy type knife, and this is a really good one. It's got that quality, and obviously the big quality on this knife here is how big it is. You can't really tell size on this camera, but it is really big. So we got these 4 excellent, good quality knives, all in the same price range. So really, out of all of these knives, I have to say I would suggest this one right here. It's not too big, not too small. It's a quality knife for it's a quality knife inside, as I said, all in the same price range and everything. And everyday carrier knife. My dad, he works at a pizza place, Mountain Mike's, and he uses this every day for all sorts of jobs. This is called the Robin 2 G10. It's a bird knife. It's Spyderco. So I would suggest this knife right here. And really, there are 2 versions. There are big version and small version. I think the big version's too big, and I think this is just right. So I would suggest the small version. So again, thank you everybody for watching. This is my first knife review. Come back for more YouTube, obviously, and look up for Droid 1342. That's Droid 1342 YouTube videos, and we'll be putting more on. We've already done the zombie shootout, if you guys have seen that, and if not, I suggest it. It's a little fun twist in our little household zombie shootout. So we'll be doing gun reviews and knife reviews. My dad has plenty more knives in his little collection over here. So as always, stay sharp.